After Marvel's success in creating an interconnected universe, everyone is trying to do that. Not just in Hollywood, but here in India too. Like already we have so many of them. The YRF spy universe, the Rohit Shetty cop universe, and now a Golmaal universe. Then we have the Astraverse. Prashant Verma is creating his own superhero universe. Then the horror comedy one with Stree and Bhedia. There are rumors about the KGF universe also. And then the Lokesh cinematic universe with Vikram and Kaiti. But there is one more from Telugu Cinema which is going under the radar. That is the hit cop universe. Now this one, like some others, is different because it was their plan from the start to make a universe. That's why the films are called Hit, the first case, the second case, the third case. It was not a later thought. Nani has been behind this project and he will be starring in the next one. But the question is how well Hit, the second case, takes this universe ahead. Let's talk about it. Hello guys, I'm Nona Prince and the hit director Dr. Sailesh Kolanu is back with the second installment and this time it stars Adivi Sesh. I was really happy that the film was playing with subtitles. You most often don't find that. Now the biggest surprise factor I found in the movie was that how well connected it is with the first movie. There are actually so many ties in with the character and the plot. And I'll be honest, I've forgotten the story of the first one. I don't remember much. Maybe at the end it was his own friend who was doing it, but I don't clearly remember, and I didn't watch the Hindi remake which came out with Rajkumar Rao. With that I wonder, will they connect that also with this universe or that's a separate thing? Then why did they sell the remake rights? Because they were creating their own universe. That is really tricky. Maybe they needed money so they just sold the rights. But Rajkumar Rao is an amazing actor, to have in a universe like this. Anyway, so first I'm going to talk about, the issue I had with the film. The film didn't look good. It was not interesting. I felt the cinematography was very average. The staging of the characters, the framing, the camera angles, it was very bland. There were few good shots here and there, but it was not consistent. And the film is A-rated, only for 18 plus. And when you have that rating, then just go all out. Like, I'm not a big fan of gore, but here in this movie, you could have utilized it very well, but they don't really do it. They shy away from it. I felt the production value was not up to the mark. The makeup, the prosthetics, even the set design, you should make it haunting. Like the crime scenes looked so clean and simple. It reminded me of Chup movie. How well they did it. When we see the first murder crime scene, oh my god, I couldn't see. I had to close my eyes literally. And that's the mood, the film is trying to create throughout. But just with the background music, it's not possible. The visuals need to back it up. There is a sequence in the movie, when we are shown the murders, but they are out of focus. And that definitely looked haunting. But other than that, there were no moment in the film where I, looked away. It was too horrific. No. So I felt they didn't use their adult censorship really well. Instead, you could have toned down and made it PG-13 and, more people could watch it. Coming to the story, I felt the case was really interesting. They actually teased the case in the credits of the first movie. That's pretty interesting. And some of the plot is actually inspired from true events which had happened some years back. And even a Malayalam film, Janagana Mana, used that in their film. And overall, I found the story fresh and new. At no point it felt like, I've seen this somewhere else. Or maybe I've not seen enough crime thrillers. Now, I like that our protagonist is flawed. From the start, we see he's flamboyant, he has attitude, he's very overconfident that, he can catch anyone within minutes. And I felt Adivi Sesh carried that really well. It felt like it was a piece of cake for him. And that's a good thing. Now, I definitely felt there was not a strong arc for him in the film. The case definitely challenges him. He has to go against, his senior. But that's it, there's no lesson learned or mistakes he committed. His overconfidence didn't haunt him. Now, there was also this sidetrack going on with his personal life and, the love affair. And that was not really that interesting. But the thing is, later that comes into play. So we needed that. Because if that was absent, then we would have complained that there was no setup for it. So we cannot really complain there. But I felt, you need to find innovative ways to make that also engaging. Now, I really like the investigation part. I was into it, trying to solve the case with the characters. The film definitely gets tense. There is a constant tension building up. The more reveals we get, the more shocked you are that, oh my god, what's happening? And one thing I really like that we get a backstory for supposed villain in the start of the film. But we are not sure how that's gonna work in. Is that really the killer or it's someone else? So as audience, we were one step ahead of a protagonist, but we were not sure how it all connects. And we just keep connecting dots leading up to that. Now, I really like the climax because it was more about using your brain than, using your muscles. Some bit of it was, using muscles, but to reach there, you had to use your brain. And the best thing was, there were no illogical scenes and moments. That's very important for such a thriller. Now, overall, I would say there's a lack of style and personality in this hit universe. From the looks of it, it feels very generic. And I hope moving forward, we have more interesting cinematography, use of different lighting techniques, create a mood, maybe a little bit more darker color correction. And with set design and production value, make it more rich, nuanced and detailed, make it more realistic. That will add a lot to the visuals. Now, at the end of the movie, we get a tease for part 3 where Nani shows up and we get a setup for his character moving forward. He's gonna be a very different cop what we got in the past 2 films, and I'm really excited for that. Now what I've learned is that they've already planned 5 to 6 parts, and the idea is to bring all these cops together in the last 2 parts where it will be a crossover and they have to solve a big case. And I'm hearing rumors about Vijay Sethupathi joining in, so cannot wait to see this universe unfold, and I definitely feel this is the one going under radar. If you like this video, you can check out this video next. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below, hit that like button, share this video, and I'll see you next time.